First of all, thank you, Mark, for taking time to talk to Café Rock in Panama. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. I just had a nice long interview evening, and and I could squeeze in some dinner in between. So now you're the last one, but the best at the end. They always say, right?
Oh, thank you. Keeping the best for last.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, first of all, congratulations on your new album. I really love it. It's
Thank
great.
you.
I've been listening to it on repeat since it went
Since
on.
3 months, 3 months on repeat.
Well, kind of. So let's talk about that album first. Spiral
Yeah.
was created in a series of camps with your producer, right?
Yeah.
Did it change the way you write and connect as a band working that way?
Yeah, definitely. Because when we used to work more like on our own, creating songs in our own home studios, now we in a much earlier stage. We sit together, work on each other's tracks, and that way you get more of a bond together, and it makes it all more personal. And also the way we recorded in the studio. So we had already these writing camps where we were working together, but also in the studio we recorded drum, bass, guitar in a live setting. So
Oh,
not
great.
every instrument differently like we used to do, but more like in a live setting. And that's where you also catch this live vibe on the album. That's also pretty cool.
Yeah, and it creates a bond, right?
Yeah, it makes you tighter as a band, and also because we know each other already pretty well, but then you start to know each other even better.
Yes. The album cover is stunning. I love it. It's
Thanks.
You have no band name, no title on it.
No.
What made you decide to strip away those elements and let the artwork speak with it by itself?
Yeah, there are several reasons, and one of the reasons is that the lyrics they are dealing about the destruction of the ego, and so in a way we already worked also like that as a band, with when we worked on the music, no ego whatsoever, just let the music speak and let the music do its work, and then it doesn't matter who comes with which idea. It's just like an epica idea instead of an individual idea. So that in that way already the whole ego is gone, and also the way we split the rights. It's all equal splits between the band members, so not one guy earning a lot because he wrote many songs and not somebody else earning nothing. Everybody gets the same. And then we thought also for the album cover, let also the name out of it, because that's also name, big name usually on the album cover is usually also related to ego thing, and that fit well in the story about letting the whole ego out, let the artwork speak for itself. And to have in between solution, we still had like plastic with a sticker so that people in this shop still see which band it is, because the record companies they want still to sell albums, of course.
Yes.
So we had to make an in between solution. But then once people are at home, they have the album itself and just the cover, and it yeah works really well like that.
It's beautiful.
Thank
It's
you.
beautiful. The title track features a rare spoken excerpt from Stanislaus Ugaski. It's the name?
Sukalski, yeah.
Yes. What drew you to these words, and how do they fit in the core message of this song?
Yeah, it was mainly Rob who got really inspired by Sukalski's work. And in the beginning, we had no idea yet that this work would get such an important role in the album. But we just go with the flow and see what happens. So when Aspiral, he wrote a song for the sculpture, and it was not even written as an epica song. He just said, if you guys think it fits in somehow, I can use it for epica. And in the beginning, we already liked the track, but we had to see if it would fit in somehow. And it did. And it started becoming a bigger and bigger role. And it became then even the album title. And also Simone and Rob, they together went in Los Angeles to see there's some kind of where you can see all the art of Sukalski. There's some people who are having that all spread out, and they're giving people yeah to see a round trip, and because they like the idea that we were using his work for our album so much that they gave also some inside information. And they said, if you want to use some vocal parts that are unused, that are unreleased, nobody knows about them. So Rob got the whole could get into the archives and got all the vocal messages that he liked so much, the messages from Sokolsky, and he put them together, and that became the spoken word in the song. So really special that all came so nicely together.
Yes, and the song itself has like I don't know how to put it in words, but it makes it special, really
Yeah,
special.
and Rob is very strong in catching a certain atmosphere for a song,
Yes.
and then he knows how to build it up. When a painter has a lot of these colorful palettes, Rob has that for music, and he really is really good at that. So to create a certain vibe and atmosphere, and Aspiral, I really like listening to it myself as well. That he did a great job with it.
Yes, yes, you did. There's a sharp contrast on the album. You've got heavy hitters like Cross the Divide, and then the more cinematic and new age Dawn Saga pieces.
Yeah.
Was that variety something that you planned, or it just happened?
Yeah, it basically just happens because we are like from six different backgrounds as musicians. So five musicians, one singer, Simone. And when we write music, it also comes from six different backgrounds. And then when we start putting it together, it always sounds in the end like Epica, but you still have this very different backgrounds you can hear in the music. And that's what makes it so diverse, but also so interesting to listen to, because it's all clearly Epica, but it goes in various different directions.
Yes, it's a different album. It's
Yeah,
great.
indeed.
Speaking of the A New Age Dawn's saga, you've added 3 new chapters to it there. How do these songs expand or close certain ideas you had before?
Yeah, that it was also initially not the idea yet to close the chapter with these 3 new episodes, but it also happened along the way because there was the Grand Saga of Existence, which has a kind of vibe, a melody that reminded me of Design Your Universe, the song, and then it had already some connection, and also the lyrics I was working on had a strong a New Age Dawn's vibe to me, so I thought 1 + 1 is 2. Maybe this is the right time to add the new 3 closing chapters to the big trilogy, how you can call it, because it has 1, 2, 3 on one album, 4, 5, 6, and now 7, 8, 9. And for me, I always think in numbers of 3. So now with 9, 3 chapters of 3, once it's 9, and then it's finished.
How
So
do you feel? How do you feel about closing this chapter? Because it's a big one.
yeah, but also, yeah, I always think like in numbers of 3, and it feels now finished. So if there comes a new one, it has to start again with a number 1, with a new idea, a new. Never say never. It can also be that at a certain point, I think now this time for 10, 11, 12, but
Who knows?
you never know. But probably not.
Okay. Some of the themes in Spiral are massive. Fight to survive with the cosmic view of Earth, and time about the killing of ego. How do you
Yeah.
bring all those big concepts together into one album without losing the thread of it?
Yeah, it's just also naturally, it goes naturally, without much thinking. So it's not like that we think like, oh, we have to do this to make it work. It happens naturally. And of course, there are big topics being talked about, but it's not like that we think we have to write it in a certain way that it works. It happens naturally. So now you ask me the question, and I even have no idea how that just happened. But the only thing we think about is that we don't want to point fingers like this is the way it is, and you have to believe this. We always bring topics like even the big ones, like that people we throw ideas at people, and then we hope people start thinking about it themselves instead of telling how it is, because nobody knows exactly how the universe works. that's why we're here to try to figure it out, right?
Yeah, that's right. You worked once again with the City of Prague Philharmonic Orchestra and incredible choirs. How do these orchestral layers change the way you perform or even feel the songs?
Yes, the songs are already written that way, so they just play it. It's not different. It doesn't much differ when you record it than before it sounded before, because everything was already written exactly that way, and it just sounds better because it's played by real instruments. And I love working with the orchestra because that's how our music is meant to be. It's you have classical music and metal music that together is epica. And when you can do it live, it's even better. But yeah, that's unfortunately we can only do that every now and then, playing a show with a real orchestra. But that's actually how epica is supposed to sound on its best, when it's the metal band with the orchestra and the choir.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
From Omega to Alchemy Project to Aspiral, it feels like Epica has been evolving while staying true to its core.
Yeah.
If you had to describe this album's place in that journey, how would you put it?
Yeah, definitely. The Alchemy Project is the one where we go beyond the borders, because we have certain limitations, not many, because we already have a lot of freedom with what we can do in our music. I think much more freedom than most bands have. But with the Alchemy Project, we went full force among all beyond all the borders. So we just did whatever we felt like doing with other musicians, to work with other musicians. And because normally we would not have put a really heavy death metal track on one of our regular albums, but with the Alchemy Project we can just do it. So if I would say which album is the most wicked one standing out, then it's the Alchemy Project, because there are really literally no boundaries.
And that's the hard part. The hardest part. Yeah. We can't wait to see you in Panama on September 28th. Is there anything special you're planning for that night, or anything you're hoping to experience with the Panamanian crowd?
Yeah, it's our first time, so I'm really like a blank sheet. Everything will be new for us. So I don't know how the crowd is, but if the Panama crowd is as passionate as the rest of Latin America, then it's going to be totally fine.
Yeah,
and
we can't wait.
yeah, and we need her. And we have a special surprise as well in the set. There's going to be one song that we have never played before yet. So, and among some other surprises, of course, but you will see about that.
Okay, I'm sure I'll enjoy it.
I hope so.
Well, lastly, can you send a message for the Panamanian fans, asking them to go to the concert?
Yeah, I hope that it's going to be packed. It's our first time there, and the better the experience is, the more chance that we will come back as well. So I would say, bring all your friends, everybody, your aunts, your uncles, your friends, your dogs and cats. Bring everybody to the concert, and let's have a great time.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you for taking your time. It's almost midnight over there, and
Yeah,
you're here.
I will soon go to bed, but still, first I will a bit read a book, I think, and then I will go to bed.
Thank you for taking your time to speak with Café Rock. We hope
Thank
to
you very
see you
much.
here in Panama soon.
Thank you.
Have a
We
great night.
we will be right there.
Yes.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Bye bye.